Does coffee negatively affect your cholesterol levels? Does your morning cup of coffee actually raise your cholesterol levels? If your healthcare provider has ever cautioned you about steadily rising cholesterol numbers, you might already be thinking about statins or other medications. Dyslipidemia, which means having abnormally high cholesterol in the blood, is a well-known risk factor for heart attacks and strokes. But here's the twist. While we all love our guilty pleasure lattes, some people who cut back on them actually notice improvements in their cholesterol numbers. So today, let's look at the science of coffee, cortisol, and cholesterol, and what it may mean for your daily routine. Recent research shows that your body naturally produces cortisol, the stress hormone, in the morning as part of your wake-up cycle. It's meant to give you alertness and energy to start your day. But here's the catch: if you immediately load your system with caffeine, you can push those cortisol levels even higher. And while cortisol is necessary, excessive spikes may disrupt your body's balance of stress, sleep, and even metabolism. So, that comforting aroma of brewing coffee may actually be setting off a bigger hormonal reaction than you realize, especially when consumed right upon waking. Why this matters for cholesterol and weight: coffee itself isn't just about caffeine, it also interacts with your body in complex ways. Studies have linked excessive caffeine intake with changes in lipid metabolism. Interestingly, obesity research also points to something called the endocannabinoid system, sometimes called the body's natural cannabis-like signaling network. It regulates circadian rhythm, leptin, and appetite. When disrupted, as it often is in people with obesity, it can delay important signals like the 24-hour metabolic cycle. Combine that with caffeine's impact on cortisol, and you've got a situation where coffee may indirectly contribute to higher cholesterol, altered metabolism, and difficulty regulating weight. Now let's go straight to the studies. Meta-analyses from reputable institutions show that coffee consumption may be associated with an elevated risk of dyslipidemia, meaning an unfavorable cholesterol profile, and cardiovascular disease. But, and this is important, the type of coffee and how it's consumed matters. Filtered coffee tends to have less impact on cholesterol than unfiltered brews, like French press or espresso, which contain compounds called cafestol and kahweol that can raise LDL cholesterol. On the other hand, green coffee bean extract has been studied as a supplement that may reduce total cholesterol, LDL, and even improve triglycerides, although the effects are modest. So the picture is not black and white. Coffee may raise cholesterol risk in some forms, but with certain preparations and timing, the risk may be minimized. Practical takeaways. So what can you do if you love your morning cup? One strategy is to wait 1 to 2 hours after waking before having coffee. That allows your natural cortisol cycle to peak and decline before caffeine enters the system. Drinking coffee with a meal rather than on an empty stomach may blunt the cortisol spike. And balance it with water. A glass of pure water before or after your coffee is simple but effective. This way, you can still enjoy your favorite drink while lowering the chances of it driving your cholesterol higher. To sum up, coffee is complex. It's comforting, energizing, and deeply cultural, but it can also influence cholesterol, cortisol, and metabolism in ways that we shouldn't ignore. If you have rising cholesterol, it's worth experimenting with timing, preparation method, and moderation. And remember, this isn't medical advice. Always discuss dietary changes, supplements, or medications with your healthcare professional. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with a coffee-loving friend, and subscribe for more science-based health insights. Your heart will thank you.